Reverend Mark Blue is joining us right now to talk about how the community is coming together during a tragedy like this. Reverend Blue, thank you for being with us. We've seen tributes, we've seen memorials, and obviously this is a very tight-knit community. But what are people doing to console each other?
Well, we've had several prayer vigils in our community to make sure that we let them know that we are in support of them. There has been counselors, grief counselors that have been in our communities and even still today, and they will continue. We want the community to know that we're not going to let this define us. Our community is hurt. This terrorist act, this racist act has gone on in our country too long. And especially when it hits home, when it hits your front door, we're not taking arms, but again, we are taking arms in prayer. So we are rallying around to support one another to make sure that the victims of this tragedy is much more than 10 victims. And I say that because it's a close-knit community. We know one another. And what has happened to one, what affects one affects the other. We are resilient. We do know that racism, people aren't born racist, but they are learned. This is a learned behavior. And if it's a learned behavior, it can be unlearned. We need to go after these hate groups, especially those that are targeting the most critical citizens of our country, which is our African American and minority communities. We need to make sure that they are stopped. There's plenty of money going to Ukraine for their cause. We need to spend that money in our communities to make sure that the disproportionate, that those who have been overlooked are being taken care of. These victims, they were normal people. They are normal people doing normal activities. No one, I repeat, no one went to that grocery store with the intent of not coming back home to their families. There were deacons, there were the police officer who was a hero. There were grandmothers. There was a victim who was even shot in his car. This is a senseless act of violence, a senseless act of racial violence that has been plaguing our country. It is hitting home, and we need to stop this. The NAACP, our president, Derek Johnson, and chairman of the board, Leon Russell, and also our state president, Hazel Dukes, we are in support of our community, and we're going to be reaching out continually to do what we can to bring some wholeness to our community. We are Buffalo tough, we're Buffalo strong, and we're not going to let this ravage us to the point where we're not going to be functional. Right now, we're hurting. We need the help that we need to help our community gather together. But this is a senseless act, and we need to make sure that racism is eradicated. And that's one of the tenets of the NAACP.
Well, I know you were born there in the city of Buffalo. The mayor of Buffalo actually worked very hard to bring this particular grocery store to the community. And he spoke on how it was a personal story for him, that this store is a hub of the town center there. Can you just speak about how important it was for people to feel safe, particularly at this location?
This is the only grocery store in a 3 to 5 mile radius. Right now, we were in a food desert, and I would like to say a food apartheid. This is a area, a gathering place for all of our community in Jefferson. I was born and raised in Buffalo. I used to work on the gas stations on the corners of East Ferry. My uncle used to own a collision shop down on Northampton and Jefferson. And this is a tight community. This is a pillar in our community. We were very excited when we talked about having a grocery store in our community. Yes, our mayor worked very hard when he was assemblyman and a councilman for this district, and he brought this together, and we need to make sure that some type of food assistance is given. The TOPS officials, they have pledged to have tractor trailers to have food there. They're pledged to have Uber and Lyft, as our governor had mentioned, to make sure that this tragedy and this loss of food in our community is being recovered properly. So many attempts are being made to help in those areas, but it's still not enough. We still need more support in our communities.
Well, and I have one quick question. We were really out of time, but I have to ask you, what is the NAACP doing in terms of approaching tech companies? Because a lot of people would say that this was a situation where this young man, troubled young man, a teenager, only 18 years old, carried out this attack, and that there were possibly warning signs. Has the NAACP spoken to any platforms, Twitch, to social media companies to talk to them about monitoring this kind of potential warning sign or behavior that could have predicted this?
Well, I believe our national are working on that very, very, very feverishly to get these companies to even stop broadcasting this nonsense, this ludicrousy of violence. They have a responsibility, and that responsibility that they have is to make sure that stuff like this propaganda does not go out in communities that are being especially targeted. They know these hate groups. They need to censor them. They need to kick them off their sites. But one of the things about free speech, and I hate to say this, they're paying them to do it. And
well,
we need to stop.
That's another topic. Reverend Mark Blue, thank you so much. And anytime there's loss of life, it's a tragedy. Thank you again. And I know this community is mourning. We appreciate your time. Still ahead. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.